Crypto market has entered extreme fear. We're going to be breaking it down for you guys today. Don't miss it. My name is Paul Barrow. Welcome back into Tech Path. I want to get started. I want to talk about a place where you guys can do something other than start a crypto IRA. Now, iTrust Capital is announcing their premium custody accounts. Now, these are interesting. The PCA is interesting because there's a couple of things you're going to be able to do with this. First of all, it's US only. But the main thing is it's getting into is a closed loop system. Mainly, it avoids the scenario if you're worried about a crypto hack in your wallet, any kind of scenario like that. You can now transfer in US deposits, USD deposits, and hold crypto and trade all assets within it. Now, it's not an IRA, but it's where you can do all of your trading, almost like a centralized exchange, but you have this in iTrust Capital. You can't in-kind transfer in or out, but and there's no crypto withdrawals, but it is a secure place to put your crypto or buy crypto if you're getting ready to go into the markets, because this is similar to like a Fidelity. Fidelity only offers Ethereum and Bitcoin. This is going to give you the full array of iTrust Capital assets. Check it out over there. And of course, if you're wanting to get into iTrust Capital and their crypto IRA, you can do that as well. It's very easy. Just use our link down below. It gives you a $100 funding reward to get started. Let's go over to the markets right now. And fear and greed, as you guys can see, is not looking good right now at 29 on the coin market cap. Fear and greed, one of the lowest scores we've seen in quite some time. In fact, over the past couple of years, this is the lowest we've seen in the market of where we are right now. And you got to remember, Bitcoin still hovering around that 85 to 90K point, but yet we're in this kind of market position. If you look at altcoin season, this one is kind of interesting. We haven't seen this kind of altcoin season in a very long time. And this is, of course, squeezing out. You can kind of see there has been lower categories all the way back into May of 23 of anticipating any kind of altcoin season. And then, of course, we saw the beginning of what we thought might occur in altcoin season around January of last year, of course, dropping in, and where we are right now, which is back around 29 on altcoin season. If you look at CNN's fear and greed index, is mostly on the traditional market, also in extreme fear for the S&P 500. So we continue to see all the major stocks as well as major crypto being hit in the market. Looking at just over 110 bill wiped out as of the crypto market in the past 24 hours. This, of course, is Bitcoin down, Ethereum down almost 6, XRP down 6, BNB down 4, Solana down almost 10. So a pretty significant drop that we've seen in the market. A lot of people look at this and say, we've seen these cycles before. It's not a new thing. Well, you know who is licking their chops? That is Mr. Peter Schiff. I love the sound of a Bitcoin crash in the morning. He's been on Bitcoin for quite some time. And in this particular case, he is in the right place at the right time, because gold is now at an all-time high. And if you look at where gold will and has come, I mean, look at this. Back in, what were we, around 2,600 at the beginning of the year, holding at almost $3,000 for an ounce of gold. So a lot of people looking at gold right now. Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of curious. We had our guys who were asking this today. Any of you guys hold gold? I'm kind of curious. Drop some comments down below. Let us know. If you're not subscribed to the channel, get subscribed right now. Just for you guys' information, we will be doing a deep dive trading session tomorrow with Tim. It's going to be a good one because there may be some opportunities out there if you do have dry powder and you're thinking about a DCA opportunity going forward. I want to go to this next clip because this gets into Trump and what his impact on the tech sector may mean. Take a look.
Hey there, David. That's right. Bloomberg is reporting today that the Trump administration is eyeing even tougher restrictions on semiconductor exports to China than the recent Biden administration had put in place, and those were seen as tough at the time. Citing people familiar with the matter, Bloomberg reports that the Trump administration officials are holding meetings now to discuss new limits with key U.S. allies and working on a longer list of restrictions that could be put in place in the coming months. Now, the goal here is to slow China's overall technological progress, and especially so in sensitive areas like artificial intelligence. The Trump team is looking at 3 specific possibilities: curbs on sales of chips that NVIDIA designed specifically for China, reducing the computing power that can be exported without a license, and putting more restrictions on types of NVIDIA chips that can be exported without a license. Now, under the terms of the pause, the new deadline is March 4th at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time, We'll see what happens then, guys. You saw the president announce these tariffs, then he announced a pause in the tariffs. Now he's announcing that things might come back at that deadline time. We'll see where we go when we get there. The president likes to keep a lot of these balls as live balls in the air.
All right, so you look at the impact on NVIDIA. They're going to be doing their earnings, well, not announcing their earnings this week, but their report this week. NVIDIA's stock tanked on this news. Look at this, down to around 120, which is pretty significant when you look at NVIDIA over the past few weeks. So the impact is real, and of course you got to think about the government shutdown. That's going to happen here in March as well. Most likely everybody's anticipating that it's going to occur. So be ready for more volatility in the market for sure, especially if you look at liquidity possibly drying up right here. So did liquidity dry up? Crypto markets have raised $325 billion. This is crazy. We're $100 billion in an hour down. And of course, you look at some of these scenarios, because this is becoming a little bit more frequent in terms of the markets when we see these recoveries. Volatility, if you're a trader, this is great times because volatility does breed a lot of opportunity there. But since January, the number of flash crashes in crypto market has risen sharply. So be on the lookout for these guys. Trump's meme coin, we saw the explosion that happened right around that time with memes, and of course the Solana ecosystem. ETH fell 40% in 10 weeks. This is probably the bigger scenario playing out right now. Other things I want to hit on, of course, Matt Hogan says, hey, crypto is digesting, what they're digesting right now is the end of the meme coin boom, which is interesting. Let me know, do you think the meme coin boom is over? Kind of curious, because a lot of people still looking at this as a potential, but you look at Melania, Libra, the Lazarus Group hack with Bybit, all of this, and now kind of laundering that money back through what's happening within the Solana ecosystem. Good news is that this could be going into projects that will replace it. And this is something that, you know, many people are talking about now, is that a lot of assets that are considered in profit right now, because you got to remember, there's still a lot of players out there, nice PvP kind of scenario. A lot of people are still in deep profits on things like Solana, Avalanche, if you were in early. You look at what's happening even on Bitcoin, still trading above 90K. A lot of people in at 50, 60, 70K. Could they be looking at some other assets going into more of a traditional cycle of altcoins? Bybit begins repaying their ETH from institutions right after the longs got liquidated. Interesting timing. That's for sure. Timing is everything. And speaking of timing, Citadel Securities, one of the largest players in U.S. stock market, now on this market crash has decided to come into the market. So they're getting a bite of the pie that many people don't even get a chance to get in scenarios like this. So it could be good for, just as a reminder, Citadel was the company that was involved with the Robinhood GameStop scenario that played out. So a little interesting timing here for Wall Street entering into the crypto space. Other things, BlackRock also deposited 18,000 ETH, 44 mil, and then 1,800 Bitcoin, about 160. This is, I think, just normal everyday business because people are trading in and out. Volatility, remember, BlackRock doesn't buy anything. They simply are handling the request of their investors in those ETFs. It appears that all of this has begun with Solana, which is now down 22%. Let me kind of zoom in on that for you guys. Amid the meme coin frenzy, Solana saw a lot of strength, and then of course the meme coins began to fade. Solana's also faded with it, and now we're trading right now around 140 bucks. So even though it did recover a little bit this morning on Solana. And if you look at Solana, I put out a poll yesterday and it says, is this the end for Solana or will it recover? When I say the end, meaning the end of this cycle for Solana, will it not be involved in the kind of run-ups for a meme, or excuse me, an altcoin cycle that we've seen in the past? Solana has led many of those. But right now, a lot of people pointing to that Solana could rise again, 44%, but a lot of people saying sideways or the top is in, which is kind of interesting. Not as bullish as I thought it might be on Solana for sure. All right, so not all bad things are happening on Solana. This, of course, is USDG. This is the partnership. I shouldn't say partnership. This will essentially be the stablecoin for Robinhood. This is launched on Solana, so it's now live. That will be big if Robinhood does something that a lot of stablecoin issuers are already doing, and that is issuing some yield on that. So watch out for that. This could be good for Solana in general. Also, other good news in the market right now is the SEC dropped their Uniswap investigation. So Uniswap, which is ETH-based, should be pumping as well. And of course, that within a large ETH ecosystem also should have some very good signs. Good thing is that Grayscale has now filed for a Polkadot ETF. More news when we look at ETFs coming in and major altcoins potentially hitting the market. And it's not just Polkadot. We also have the SEC acknowledging the Grayscale Spot Cardano ETF. So for all you Cardano guys, that is another big bullish sign for Cardano. Cardano might get a good run here coming up, so be on the lookout for that one. All right, so Aya has moved on into a new role with the Ethereum Foundation. This is some of the leadership team out there within ETH, and I think this is a good thing overall for Ethereum. A lot of things happening, of course, this all time during ETHDenver, which is happening right now. There could be some big announcements coming out of ETHDenver, so watch out very closely, especially with some of the layer 2s. Be ready for some things that could drop, and I'm watching those for sure. All right, if you guys are not in the Diamond Circle, make sure and get in. It's a great place to get additional content from us, and also join the Telegram group. It's great to connect with me direct. I love being in there with you guys, so get into that. It's very easy and it's free. Check it out, and of course, follow me out there on X at Paul Barron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.